Alright guys, so I am extremely excited. We just got some brand new details for the new upcoming game mode, Tournament of Power, which is going to be a do or die, guys. Believe you me, I have a lot of hope for this game mode, and this is what I believe Legends was actually missing. A very good PvE mode, a new PvE mode, because the current one now is extremely dull and dry, and it's possibly it's possibly the worst thing about Legends is the PvE mode. I just don't find it entertaining at all. It's just you versus some CPUs. But if you actually involve some, I would say some strategy into the PvE in Dragon Ball Legends, it would actually turn the game around dramatically. Like, it would actually hit top grossing a lot better because, and stick with me here, guys, but I would say 70 to 80% of the communities of a majority of the games are usually casuals, that just kind of want to either collect, like the series in itself, or just want to enjoy the PvE aspect of the game. And I believe if this is some kind of strategy game, which we're going to go over in just one bit, guys, I think it's going to lead towards the right path for Dragon Ball Legends. And I've been mentioning this on my channel for the longest time, that we need a brand new game mode. So, and the rewards are also going to be good. There's going to be equivalent to 1,000 crystals as the PvP version. This is going to be a PvE version of a new style. So, and something I never really liked about the PvE of Dragon Ball Legends is that it tries to play like PvP, but the thing is, the gameplay of Dragon Ball Legends, it's meant for PvP. It's literally meant for PvP. It's meant for you to kind of like trick out your opponent, mind games and stuff like that. It's literally a fight. It's a fighting game. So once you fight a CPU, they're just programmed, you know, like you guys have probably seen my channel, my videos in the past of me literally just 1v3ing a whole entire team, because I know how the CPUs are programmed. They're programmed so you can just float step and just kind of just take care of business. It's just not fun. But this, my hopes are up, guys. My hopes are extremely up for this, because there's a lot of strategy involved. From what I can see here, there's going to be a lot of strategy involved and good rewards as well. If you guys are wondering where those 500 crystals went from the Ultra Space Time Rush, that's called Zenkai Rush, it's actually going to come here, including an extra 500 crystals, because Toshi has confirmed that this is going to be equivalent to the PvP version, but PvE side of it. So hopefully this brings newer players or more casuals, because not everybody plays PvP, and when people do play the PvE version of this game, it's kind of not it. Yeah, I'll just keep it at that. But luckily this game is you know, has two sides of the coins, right? It has PvE and PvP, unlike Dokkan, but Dokkan is great on its own. I'm not going to bash Dokkan. I used to play Dokkan, but the only reason why I stopped is because Legends actually has PvP. Now that they're going to add a brand new PvE mode, which I hope it's the new meta PvE mode, like the new way of PvE in this game, I'm quite excited. So let's just read what we have here, guys. I'm pretty sure you guys missed some stuff that I'm going to cover, so let's not waste any time. First things first is there's going to be a new upcoming update, 3.0, and quick note, guys, the current update now is, I believe, 2.19, something around those lines. You guys can correct me in the comment section down below. It doesn't matter, but that's a huge jump from 2.19. Now, I don't think it really matters that much, but from 2.19 to 3, that's a huge jump. So this is going to be like the 1/3 of the game, or I would say it's like the quarter of the game, right? So the game is separated into 4 different parts: PvE, summoning, the current PvE that we have, and now it's going to be the 4th part. It's going to be this. So it's going to be a quarter of the game, I believe. So I believe this is going to be actually one of the biggest updates in Dragon Ball Legends. But and by the way, guys, for those of you guys asking when is this going to come out, it's not confirmed just yet, but I believe it should be coming out, the pre-released beta version of this, because there's going to be a beta version before the regular season starts. I believe it's going to be this upcoming weekly reset, if not the next. But very, very soon, it could be very much so this weekly reset. So keep an eye out for that, and make sure you guys subscribe, turn on those notifications, because I'm going to cover absolutely everything here. So yeah, guys, and then let's see what we have here, right? So they're just kind of just pushing out the information right away, and usually when they do this, it's the following weekly reset, right? So it's here. What's the Tournament of Power? This is a new game mode where you form a team of 6 and you compete against other players to get the highest battle score by defeating enemies on the opposing map. So these are going to be CPUs, guys, but it's going to be CPUs other people around the world form. So I'm gonna, let's just say I use region a lot. and I'm going to put my region team out there. You're going to have to face my region team. It's going to be kind of like a pseudo PvP, but a strategy game, which actually is it's quite fun. I love that this is going to be a strategy game instead of the PvE that we have now, which is very lackluster. So I'm telling you guys, my hopes for this game mode is really, really high, and this is what I was waiting for the longest time. So here we go. It says the difficulty changes depending on the route you pick. So there is a little bit more of those strategies. You guys see Shallot right here, Shallot, where the little hand is. Aim for the boss at the very end. So he can go the front route, which is the power route, which I'm not quite sure what it is just yet, but it looks like a strength route. And then the left route looks like a party formation route, which is yellow here. And then the right route is probably a green route, where if you land on it, you gain a little bit of health back. But if you do that, you actually lose less. I mean, you gain less points as opposed to taking the harder route and not gaining health back. So keep that in mind. Next up, it says battle is using an automatic turn-based system. We already talked about that. It's an automatic base turn system, which you pretty much just set yourself up for a computer fight after you position your team for basically a strategy. Like I said, it's all about strategy, right? So it says the placement of your team's characters and their abilities are used for the keys to victory, and I just mentioned that right now. So next up is position your characters strategically, and I keep mentioning, like, I'm mentioning everything that they're mentioning now, but let's just read it. And then it says here, and the battle chaining abilities together. I did not mention that. So right here we see Shallot and we see Warrior Blood. Right there we see Warrior Blood. So depending on what kind of team you have, as you guys can see on the board, there's a kind of a Universal Saga team on the board, meaning so that you're probably going to get more points for the more abilities you chain together, meaning so if you match. So if you're running a team full of Saints, like it says here, Warrior Blood, I don't know if that's going to be the case, but yeah, you get more points like for Tournament of Power characters, Universal Sagas, and stuff around that nature. So keep that in mind as well. It says here, competitions are held over a period of time, seasons, which I mentioned as well. Rankings are based on battle scores you earn when defeating enemies' teams. So I mentioned this, but like I was saying, you get points, as you guys can see here. Increase your battle score and finish at the top of the ranking. And it's just like PvP. There's going to be ranking systems for this, guys. So I'm actually really excited because you don't really need to be good like PvP. You just got to be really smart, and you probably have to have good characters as well. But you have to be really smart of how you place your characters and stuff like that in terms of chaining abilities and routes you take on the map. So that's what's really cool as well. So it kind of evens the playing field out, and it pretty much, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, it pretty much makes the game a lot more casual for a lot more people to enter, as opposed to PvP where you fight a full team of Zenkais and then that's it right there. As here, you probably have a chance because it's whoever plays more probably, and whoever kind of just makes better strategy to go on forward with the map. So that's actually really cool too, as well. That's what I like. Next up, we have compete with rivals from all over the world for the top spot in the highest league. And here's the new Tournament of Power fist right there, which is really cool. I actually kind of like that logo a lot. I have a feeling this is going to come out this weekly reset, guys, so stay tuned for that. Advance as far as possible with your team. Obviously, we knew that you fight other people's teams that they build around the world. And but it's just the CPU version of that, right? And it's just a turn-based system which you set your team up for before battle with strategy, which is really cool as well. So let's read some important notes, guys, because this is actually important. I mean, obviously, it's important notes. So the first important note here says, Tournament of Power requires you to spend tournament participation points, TP. We'll just call it TP from now, rather than energy to play. So very similar to the energy you have now, there's going to be a TP energy version of that in this new game mode where it recovers by time. So I don't know if it's going to be every 20 minutes we get one. I don't know if it's going to be the exact same thing as energy, but this time it's going to be for the Tournament of Power. So and next up we have the Tournament of Power points. TP will recover over time, but you will not be able to store more than you hold. So like energy, we can just hold more than we store. For TP, you cannot exceed the amount. If you have it maxed out, you better take advantage of it, and you better just use it now, your TP, and yeah, just take full advantage of the time you have with your TP. So Tournament of Power points, right? AKA energy. Next up is there are special abilities for the Tournament of Power, and the character's performance is different from normal battles. So this is a little bit unclear, but it looks like every character will have its own unique abilities catered to this new game mode. So if that's the case, they're gonna have to do a lot of overhaul on a lot of characters. So I don't know how they're gonna go about that, but they're gonna have special abilities specifically catered to this new game mode, Tournament of Power. So we'll discuss more when we get more information on that. But that's what we have for now, guys. And next up is, when first implemented, some characters will not have abilities dedicated for the Tournament of Power, but we plan to implement more in the future. So some certain characters that you have will probably not have some certain abilities to cater to this new game mode. So I don't know if there's going to be like 100 characters to cater to this new game modes. I don't know if it's just going to be Sparkings at the beginning, and Extremes and Heroes are not going to be included. And then as time goes on, you'll probably start including more. Again, this is still very unclear, but I'll make sure to keep you guys informed when we get more information on that. Also, after implementing the Tournament of Power, we will hold the first preseason to collect data and make various improvements. So like I said, this weekly reset, we're probably going to get a preseason, if not the next weekly reset, but we are bound to get a preseason as opposed to straight up a season, because they want to see how people play. They want to see how people interact, any bugs they need to fix or anything like that. And then they're going to go on to the regular seasons, right? So there's going to be a preseason to start with. So keep that in mind. I don't know if there's going to be anybody that's like has a loophole to get more points. They want to make sure it's not exploited, and that it just pretty much it's a fair game mode, because this is like PvP, so there could be cheaters trying to get rewards and first place and stuff like that. So they want to make sure there's no loopholes to pretty much cheat your way to the top ranks, right? And I definitely agree with that. So, and next up is update implementations. Information is subject to change without prior notice. All right, so we all know that. So just updates throughout the game mode and its time will be implemented without notice. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited for this new game mode. Comment down in the comment section down below what you guys think. And I'll make sure to cover absolutely everything, strategies for this new game mode, how to rank really high, and what you guys need to understand, and any kind of new information, Dragon Ball Legends. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like the video, because I'd always greatly appreciate it. And I'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.